Welcome students to the condensing and expanding logs using properties of logarithms class. This is the second part of my previous video where I introduced the properties of exponents and properties of logarithms. So let's apply them here. So we can actually condense or expand the logarithms as given using the properties of logs. So let's do a few questions here. We have here 2 log base 4 of 9 and 3 log base 4 of 2. The two first things you have to look for is, are there any coefficients just like so? And there are. The second thing you have to make sure is that the bases are same for the logs given. So here we have 2 times log 9 base 4. So we have to bring the 2 as an exponent using the power rule. So this becomes log 9 squared to the base 4. And this goes up here. So there are no more line leaders. So this becomes 2 cubed base 4. Okay. Now we are using the product property. So that will be log 9 squared times 2 cubed to the base 4. So all of that in a single argument. And you can actually expand this and bring it as a single log. So this 9 squared is 81 and 2 cubed is 8. So you can as well write it as 81 times 8 to the base 4, which is 648. Okay, I'm leaving it here. I'm just giving you an idea how to bring it as a single logarithm. The next one, likewise, same way, just now both are common logs and they do have coefficients, one of them has. So log 80 minus log 4 squared. So 4 squared is 16. So when you actually condense into a single log, you can write it as log 80 divided by 16, which is log 5, right? So log 5 is the answer. So now we are coming to expressions. So this is the actual interesting part. So here we have ln, both are ln's, meaning both have the same base, e, and then we have to first bring these coefficients as the powers using the power rule. So this is ln pq cubed and ln pq squared to the 4, correct? Now since it is a plus sign, they are being added, so when you're condensing it, the arguments multiply. So as I'm multiplying, I'm going to also apply the rule for the exponents where you distribute the power over. So ln p cubed q cubed multiplied by, my bad, let me erase this. It's not divided by, but times. Let me use the red pen. Times p squared q to the 8, right? Now using again properties of exponents with same basis, p and p are same basis, so I can add the exponents. So this becomes ln p to the 5 and q to the 11, right? I hope I'm correct. Yeah. All right, so that's the answer. Now coming to the 22nd question, I don't want you to you cannot bring this as a power here. That's the common mistake that people do. So you cannot write this as log x to the 6 plus log x cubed and bring it as a half. No, you cannot ever do that. Don't do that. But the best thing you can do here is distribute the half over. So half log x to the 6 base 5 plus half log x cubed to the base 5, and now bring that half as the power rule. So this becomes log x cubed to the base 5, because 6 times half is 3 and log base 5 x to the 3 halves. Okay, so now since this is addition, this is the sum of two logs, it can be written as a product rule. So this becomes log x cubed times log x to the 3/2 all to the base 5. So then you're adding the exponents. It will become x to the 9/2. Okay, that's the final answer. I went a little overboard. So that's the idea, my dears. So you have to always distribute first and then apply the log rules. Okay, like so. Now let's look at expanding logs. When you're looking at expanding, I'm skipping few questions. You can look at my key later. I have the answers in my key. So when you're expanding, make sure when you're expanding, every term of log that you write, you're writing the same base. So here it is x and y cubed. So you first split them using the product property. So base 7x plus log to the base 7y cubed. And then with the power rule, bring this to the front. So this is log x base 7 plus 3 log y base 7. Okay, that's the final answer. So here it would be ln m cubed minus ln n to the 7. Alright, and then it will become 3 ln m minus 7 ln n. Alright, so that's how this goes. So question like 29th one, now this is a radical here. When you see a radical, you don't have to panic. All you have to do is write it as a rational exponent. So this is actually a cubed b to the half, right? And then distribute the half over to both of them. So this is a to the 3/2, b to the half. And when you expand it, it will become 3/2 log a. I'm actually even providing the power rule also. I'm doing two things at the same time. Okay, so that's how you do it. So that's the same here, except for the d will become a minus. Okay, so I want you to try that. So this is a combination of everything. So here it would be x to the 1/3, that's the rational exponent of the cube root of x, and you have x times x plus 1 in the denominator. So this becomes 1/3 log x minus log x minus log x plus 1. I don't have space to write, so I'm squishing it there, but 1/3 log x. Okay, so that's how these go. And the next sheet is all reference sheet. This is like your cheat sheet. If you fill this up, you can have this as a cheat sheet kind of thing, so, or a formula sheet kind of thing. So remember, log 1 is 0, log b with the same base b. It's like asking the question, b to the power of what is b? B to the power of 1 is b. So if the base and the argument are same, then the answer would be 1. So log b base b is 1. So log 1 here is 0, right? Log 4 base 4 is 1. So this is really important. Then product property. Log m, make sure you're writing the base for both of the logs. So plus log n base b. So when you condense it, it will become log 24x to the base 3. You cannot expand this, my dears. You cannot expand this. It will remain the same. It will remain the same. Because these are not being multiplied or divided. They have the term itself is, but you can first do, you can actually write this quadratic as a product of linear factors. So what you could actually do here is, you can write this as ln of x minus 2 times x plus 1. And then it will become ln x minus 2 plus ln x plus 1. You see that? That's the trick there. So at once I thought, hey, this is nothing that can be done, but you could write this as a product. And that's what we did. Okay, that was good. Now, quotient property, log base b of m over log base b of m. And when you condense this, log 80 over 16. So this minus actually is going to be the denominator, which is 5, log 5. And we have seen that problem. And when you are expanding, it is log x minus log 5. All right. Power property. This is the favorite property of mine. The n will become the line leader. So n log m base b. So this, if you have to condense, it will become ln 9 cubed. And here, if I'm seeing this correctly, this is 3 to the power of 2x. So this is 2x log 3 base 7. Okay. And change of base formula, log a over log b. Actually, you can bring in some x base b. The base should be same if you bring in some other number. But in common log, you're making it as base 10. And that is convenient when we do things like this. If you have older versions of calculator, you can write it as common logs, base 10, right? Yes. So you can write it as log 138 over log 5 and use that in the calculator. So log 2 over log 14, like so. Okay. So this is it for today's lesson. I hope this will be helpful. Yes, I did skip some important critical ones here, but that's okay. I want you to try. And you'll see the answers in my key packet. Okay. All right. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.